I hired Nuptial Num-Nums to cater my wedding, and it was a disaster. Everyone was raving about the food instead of my dress.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
They're like, oh, Veronica, the lamb chops. Did the lamb chops fly you out to Cancun?
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
I will not be hiring them for my next wedding.
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
Shop amazing specials now while supplies last at Macy's Gifts You'll Love to Give sale. Like great deals on coats for him and her from Calvin Klein, Anne Klein, and more top designers. Just $100 and under. Save big on handbags and wallets, now 40% off. And create a cozy retreat at home with 70% off warm throws and flannel bedding from Martha Stewart Collection. Now through Thursday at Macy's. Plus, get $10 in Macy's money for every $50 spent. Up to $40 Macy's money.
What's going on? What's going on? You are tuned into the Cigars and Mac podcast. Today, I wanted to talk about a term that I just kind of found out about, but this has actually been going on for a number of years. So I'm going to title this podcast, I'm in a bind, Nate. So I'm going to play the sound bite throughout the clip. Well, I can play it now, I can play it later, but I'm going to play the sound bite right quick. And my two special guests, we're going to just talk about it, because I'm discovering that this Nate season, apparently this is like I said, I didn't know anyone termed it, but now that I know, basically Nate season is where essentially women have a man pretty much stepping in to take care of bills from December 1st until about the end of tax season is when Nate season is really in full effect. So what I'm going to do right now, y'all, is play this clip, and I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar with the movie Set It Off. And I'm going to play the small clip, and then me and my guest, we're going to talk about it, because, this is a good topic. And this, you know me, I like talking about touchy subjects. So let me go ahead and cue this up right quick. I'm on a different phone. Hold on. All right. Let's see. There we go. Right here. Found it. All right, guys. We're going to play this clip right quick, and me and my guest, we're going to talk about it.
Hey, Stoney, look, girl. It's Nate Andrews.
Hey.
Girl, didn't he want you to come work in his call out for him? Yes, and that's not all he wanted.
Hey, Stoney.
You going over there? Yeah, I'm see what he wants.
Alright, what you got going, sweetheart?
So how much money could I make selling cars for you?
Oh, well, it depends. I mean, you can make 2 G's a month on commission.
I can make that much?
Yeah. I told you needed to get with somebody who could help you.
Nate, before I come work for you,
Yeah.
I need an advance. There's a little problem that I need to fix.
I can do that. Oh, yeah, I can do that. But I mean, Stoney Newsom gotta give me a reason to do that. You know what I mean?
And what would that be?
Oh, come on now, you know. Let's go for a ride, huh?
So when do I get my advance?
Oh, I don't know. Tomorrow, maybe the day after.
Look, Nate, before I do this, I want my check.
Hey, whoa, look. You're not getting no check from me until I'm done, you understand?
This ain't right. It's not even worth it. I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
I really need this money, Nate.
All right, y'all. We know what happened after that. I don't want to play all that with Nate. Sweaty Nate. Dirty, they call him more Nasty Nate. So let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about that. What y'all think about that? This is just and this is where the term, I don't know if y'all ever heard this term before, but I just found out about this term, Nate season, yesterday. So this is what is inspired by the term Nate season off of Set It Off.
I had never heard of Nate season, but I get
it. Yeah, that's why it kind of caught me. I was like, oh my God, I met a few people like this before. What'd you think about that, D?
Oh yeah, that's my first time hearing them being called Nate season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard that either. That's my first time too. But I understand what's going on.
Okay, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about that, man.
Let's talk about it, D. What you feel about it?
I mean, hey, it happens. You know what I'm saying? What they call it? Quid pro quo, right?
Yeah.
You do something for me, I do something for you. So, I mean, evidently, she needed him more than he needed her in that situation, right?
You think?
I mean, she really needs the money. I mean, that's almost him having sex with her. I mean, it wouldn't make a big difference, right? He could find somebody else to fill her spot.
Yeah, but if that was the case, he wouldn't be exchanging things with her.
Yeah, but I mean, at one point you gotta look at his face as just a vice, right?
Okay.
It's just what?
So, a vice.
Yeah.
He might have been attracted to her, right?
Yeah.
But, but just say if she would have said no, he could have been like, okay, hey, I go find somebody else, or you're gonna still go to work. And you're not gonna get this check until the pay period ends.
True.
But I know you need this money now, so you need it. I don't need to have this. I don't have to have that.
Yeah, but if he got it and he could just give it to her, why got to be a quick pro quo? Why it can't be like, hey, yeah, I got it. I understand you in the bind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna help you out, and I'm gonna give you an advance. But you better show up. I mean, and bring me coffee. Why not bring me coffee for the advance?
I mean, the man taking the risk by getting her the money for one.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
And, it's just like, hey, I'm doing you a favor, do me a favor.
Oh, like collateral?
No, but fast change is not a robbery, right?
I mean, but if she don't show up and work anyway, we really exchanging the advance.
You're right. And basically, if she don't show up to work and he had sex with her, and he just paid 2 weeks. 2 weeks of payment to have sex with her.
Yeah, and if she didn't show up for work, then that would be a fair exchange. But I'm actually showing up. You're giving me an advance. So what I'm exchanging for you now is for an advance, not for the money that I'm going to work for and earn. Because what you're giving me today, I'm still going to show up to work and earn.
Now, what you're saying right now with the sex is you're paying interest on that money.
Oh, that's what it is.
You're getting your money early.
Like collateral. Okay, I'm gonna let you hold this. In exchange, you're gonna let me hold this. Well, I mean, no. Okay.
Because I'm give you this money early, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now you already got your money, but I gotta wait on your work.
Oh.
Right. So I'm in a losing situation all the way around because I've already given you money, and like you said, you don't have to show up. He's at a disadvantage because if she don't show up, he just lost that money, and he still probably got to bring somebody in.
But he already got his money's worth. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just getting the interest off of it.
The interest.
Who says it's worth the whole 2 weeks?
If it wasn't worth the whole 10 G's, you wouldn't take that risk.
I mean, that's a risk he's willing to take. But who's saying that it's worth 2 weeks worth of pay or worth of payment, right?
No, if I'm saying, look, I'm gonna give you $800, and this is my $800, and I'm taking the risk that I might lose my $800. So I'm gonna ask for something to say, okay, you gonna show up for work. You gonna show up and you gonna earn this $800. Now, when you go to work, you don't tell your job, well, I done came to work every day for 2 weeks, but I feel you owe me interest. You owe me interest on the work that I'm already doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still show up for work, but because you paid me 2 weeks earlier, I'm gonna also give you some head so you can forget, and we're gonna have it in exchange for collateral or interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, okay. Look at it from this perspective. If you go to a bank and borrow 5G, can you just give them that same 5Gs back if you're giving to them 2 weeks or a month later?
No, you can't.
You got to add interest to it, right? Because they got to wait on their money, right?
Mm-hmm. You add interest.
So that's what he's saying. Okay, I got to wait on your work for this money, and you just give me the interest right now. You give me some interest on it.
If a bank tell you, look, I'm going to give you this car, but you're going to have to pay all the interest up front, what you going to do?
Go somewhere else?
Now, he could have did it a different way. He could have said, well, I give you the advance, but after 2 weeks, you still got to give me interest, so you can give it up now, or you can give it up later. But you're gonna put something else on it.
Okay, well, hold on.
I really ain't supposed to be doing this.
Hold my necklace. Hold my you go the keys to my car. You hold this, and I need this money right now, though. But I'm gonna give you whatever. Why gotta be?
Why gotta be sick?
Why gotta be sex? And why? Really and truly, why gotta be anything? Because if you got it, and you know pretty much that she's good for it, because other than that, he wouldn't even take the risk with interest. He wouldn't even do that. if he didn't think she was worthy for it, nobody, bank or anybody, would take a risk that they feel is not worthy unless they're okay with the loss. In which, okay, if you're okay with the loss, then you got what you paid for.
Right? Well, here's the thing though, because what he's actually doing is he's mixing business with pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he came all the way business with it and said, yeah, I'll give you an advance, but okay, let me get the necklace, or if she has something like that or whatever,
let me get some collateral. Yeah.
That's equal to this.
It's collateral. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's equal to this 2 weeks. This 2 weeks amount of payment.
Okay, I agree with that. So he telling her, give me some collateral that's worth me risking this 2 weeks of advance pay.
She ain't have it though. But he made it easy on her.
Apparently she did have enough with making that risk of that loss. Right?
Well, if she would have had enough of that 2 weeks, then she could have won a par off.
No. What I'm saying is, his risk is that if he gave her an advance for $800, she don't show up for work, he lost $800. That's his risk.
$800. That's right.
So apparently he felt whatever she gave him was at least worth $800. So you have already gotten paid, technically, with my advance, my collateral, because I have given you something that you cannot give me back, that I cannot retain back. I have given you something that you clearly feel is worth your loss of $800, and I'm coming to work.
And then check this out. If you don't come to work, guess what? You gotta go find somewhere else to work in. I'm giving you a whole job.
So you
gotta look at the.
Though you getting your money's worth though. You feel you getting your money's worth. That's why you taking the risk, because you getting your money's worth. So really, what risk are you taking?
But he also gave her a job.
Yeah, but if she went to a bank and she gave him collateral, her necklace, and when she bought them their money back, they say, okay, well, thank you. Here go your necklace back. What you gonna give her back for what she used for collateral? You can't never get that back. So technically, that's a debt that she has already paid. She doing him a solid by showing up for work.
So you saying that it was worth $800 to have the 30 minutes?
Apparently, he thought so. Because what person $800 for something that they don't think is worth?
He knew she was going. He knew she was going to come to work. She needed that job. And he was looking, and so he knew.
No, you don't come to work. Why ask for the collateral that you did?
He's like, I'm giving this advantage. I'm doing you a favor right now, because I can still give. Because look, I can still give you the job, but you need this money now. So so you're gonna go ahead and go ahead and give me a cess and get this money now, or I can just hold this check and wait till the next pay period to give it to you, and you might have to work in the hole. So at 3 weeks, you see what I'm saying? You can't wait that long. You need it now. So this is the favor I'm doing for you.
So you think that's a fair exchange?
I mean, she could always have said no and said, I'll go find another job.
But do you think that was a fair exchange?
I mean, to be honest with it, I think so. The reason why I say that, though, is that it's not like, because she didn't give up nothing, like, tangible. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He really gave her some tangible.
His money.
Like, he gave her the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you having sex with somebody, it's not a loss for either one, really. You know what I mean? You both gonna leave with what you came with.
You know what I think it is?
What?
It's an agreement for an unfair and unequal exchange. It's equivalent to a 18 to 21% interest rate.
To what she had to give up, basically.
I agree. I agree. I'm agreeing to this because I'm desperate and I need it. So I'm agreeing to this. But, I mean, and just outside of this situation, you think about people, oh, I really need a car. And the only people that's going to give me this car is going to charge me 18% interest. What are they doing? They're really taking advantage of your desperation. And you know that they're taking advantage of your desperation. And they charging you interest on it at 18%.
But you need a car, though.
But you need the car. So what do? You agree to their terms. So just because it's an agreement does not mean that it's a fair exchange.
Okay, well, let me ask you right here then. In my opinion, this is the trick that women have played on men for the longest.
It's not a trick. I use the car. I use the car as an example in interest rate. So there's no trick.
No, check this out. Women feel as if they're doing you a favor when they give you shit.
No, absolutely. So what
a lot of women do.
So you get a car at 18% outside of sex. What favor? No,
you got something faster more than 30 minutes, right? Or an hour, however long. You got some less. There's something you can actually use that to do something else with, right? You know, it's actually something of purpose. But women sit here and they make it seem like just because they gave you some sex, like they doing you a favor. When in reality, that is a fair exchange, right? So fair exchange, I don't think you got it wrong.
No, if it's a fair exchange, then why do I still need to show up for work?
Let me say this. I think when she gave it up to Nate, that was her. Like I think that nulled out for her having to show up and sell cars for Nate, because as she and the other young lady said in the beginning, she told her he been trying to get me to work for him, but he also wants something else.
Right.
And so, like you said, go ahead.
Well, what if he told her, look, I ain't gonna give you no advance, but I'll go ahead and give you, just look at, I'll give you $40 for a shot of that car, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna give you no advance. You know what I'm saying? I can help you out. I can help you out $40. Take it or leave. But if not, then you need to show up Monday morning and get your check when everybody else get their check.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she was still going to work for him because he didn't come at her like that. Like, look, I need this for this. So.
But she said that she wanted to work for him, but she knew he wanted something else. So,
right.
Coming into that situation, she already knew this was going to come up.
She knew exactly what she was agreeing to. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree with that. I'm not disputing that at all. It is exactly what I said. Just because you agree to something doesn't mean that it's a fair exchange. That's why I use the example. That's why I use the example of the car. You agree to those terms because you're desperate, but that doesn't mean that the terms are fair.
Hey, they do it. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, they do it to soldiers, young soldiers, all the time. 25% interest rates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So young soldiers like, I need a car though. I need a car.
Yeah. So what you do?
You pay the high interest rate.
Is that fair?
Let them sign that dotted line.
Huh?
Let them sign the dotted line.
Yeah, is that fair? Is that fair? Do you think that's fair?
It's my product, though.
I mean, but do you think that's fair? That they're signing getting cars for 25% interest rate? Do you think that's fair?
I don't think it's really. I'm not gonna say this. I think it's
not fair.
I'm not gonna say it's ethical, but I'm not gonna say it's not fair. I say it's not ethical, but I ain't gonna say it's not fair because it's not like I'm tricking you. I mean, I'm telling you what it is. 25%, bro. You want it or not? You know what I'm saying? It's unethical, but I can't really say that it's not fair. Just like even when, housing market, they charge, there was, it's kind of off topic, but they was charging a certain group of people a higher interest rate than another group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fair or is it unfair?
They developed a law called what from that?
What?
Unfair loaning practices.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Now, why?
Thank you for that. Because it was unfair that they were doing that.
Now, why?
That's why they created the law. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying why won't they do that same? And of course, we got, I don't want to get too off topic, but I like the metaphors y'all are using. But
yeah,
when it come down to, it's like you was telling me when I was talking about in the podcast how once a woman loses respect for you, you're not gonna get it back. It's not happening.
Oh, yeah, that's dead. Yeah.
But in the circle of life, that's, I don't want to sound too cruel, but that is what, how should I say it? For the most part, a woman in Jada's situation, I forgot what her name was. Her situation, the only thing of value she really could bring to Nate was what was between her legs.
That was her only collateral. Mm-hmm.
Her baby brother needed to get in college, and right. She didn't have the money. So Nate knew this, and I'm sorry, he took advantage of the situation. I wouldn't say he took advantage. He was like, "Look, go and give me that, and we gonna."
He took advantage.
Why you say that?
You said it right.
Well,
because that's the first thing out of your mouth, so you know that was the correct verbiage. That's first,
okay.
And then second, he took advantage of her. The same way that people in desperate situation, often get taken disadvantage of.
Okay.
Is she adult enough to know what she was getting herself into? Yes. Is she adult enough to know that she was agreeing to something that was so unfair to her soul she was going to have to try to wash it off? Yeah. Mm-hmm. She knew that. She knew. You know when you sign 25% interest rate, you know this is fucked up.
This is fucked up, yeah.
It's fucked up. You got to do what you got to do.
I need a car.
Look, check this out. Her having sex with him wasn't getting the money for free. She having sex in exchange for the advance. Look how it was.
She earned that money.
You still got to work this money off them. You just having sex to get it early. You paying for the advance right now with the sex.
Because now, mind you, this movie was made in
$800 for a shot of it.
Cause look, mind you, this movie was made in 1996, which was over 25 years ago.
When men say what they won't do. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, I'm saying
I might pay a water bill.
Y'all got to look at this movie was made in 96.
Yeah.
So what was that? Over 20 years ago. So what she needed, unfortunately, like you said, he took advantage. And here's my thing. I'm gonna say this. I do believe he took advantage, but I also believe that how many other places could she have gone to get an advance? Because most of the time, at least me now, this is just me. There was a time when I would start a new job, right? And if I wasn't on unemployment, I'm pretty much going into the job in the hole, right? I can't go to my employer and say, "Hey, Mr. Such and Such, I know you just hired me and you gave me this salary you really didn't want me to have, but can I get an advance?" They're gonna be like, "Hell no." And I feel that because the female species is the physically weaker species, that is what she knew what she, like she said, Nate been wanting to get at this for a minute. I'm gonna go and break it down. Nate been wanting some of this pussy for a minute. At the time, I could curve him off because I really didn't need his help. But now, you know, shit, I need to holler at this old man and get my bread, you know. And on the clip, if you watched it, you know, I mean, what really made me laugh at the scene and what made me laugh at the scene was the fact that Nate was like, look, I'm gonna smash you on this mattress with no sheets. I ain't got the decency enough to at least take you to a nice little hotel. And she left.
Hell no.
She left there looking like, wow. I mean, I felt bad for the situation, but I was like, man, what? There's no man I've ever met that can get away with something like that.
Hey, I tell you what though.
I think that women are unfairly judged. Mm-hmm. I think that desperate people do desperate things. Mm-hmm. If you were in a situation where you were raising your little brother, her same exact situation, and some 65-year-old woman said, hey, you so cute. How much you need for an advance? Tell me you wouldn't.
Hell yeah, I would. I have to.
I'm ready. But because she's in that same situation and she's a woman, she just using what she got. Yeah, you would too.
Yeah. Okay, who winning?
Right?
Who winning?
I mean, that's not right.
No, you're right.
That cop.
Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. Women get so unfair. It's like, oh, well, they're weak and they just use their pussy and they do what they use whatever collateral that they use when desperate people get desperate. Whatever you have available in that same situation, reverse, you would do the same thing.
You
got the prostitute go out there and sell pussy, right? You go out there and sell pussy. So who winning in that situation? She getting a feeling and she getting money. All the pussy getting is a feeling and losing money.
Losing money, huh?
Right? He gave money up. She walking away with something. He losing.
We could give him his money back tenfold, and he can never give her back the piece of her soul that he took when he laid on top of her.
Oh, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all won't think y'all be doing man a favor when y'all give him a shot at that cop.
I'm not talking about, see, that's what I'm not even talking about women doing favors. I'm talking about desperate people.
Mm-hmm.
Because women get unfairly judged and put into that box as, this is what women do. A man would do the same thing, and I'm sure there are men out there doing it. Because I'm telling you this, my boy's baby daddy, he's so fine, I wish I could pimp him out. I would.
You say your boy's what? Your what now?
Hitting my boy's baby daddy. I wish I could find somebody to pimp him out to. I would. And I know that there are women out there that would pay for it. And he would do it. I would pimp him out.
Yeah. It's some women pay for that. It's some motherfucking women pay for that motherfucking meat.
I know they would. But point to say, when it's women, it's, oh, man. God, she just using what she got. But when the man laying all up in the woman's house, she dropping her off at work in her car and going to her house to pick up all her food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, see how he be using what he got. See how they do using what he got? Because that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. It happens.
It happens, yeah. I'm not going to deny that. Yeah,
it happens. But with women, it's, y'all see how y'all do? See how y'all do?
Hey.
Hello?
Yeah, we listen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just making sure y'all was still there.
I'm not. You gotta understand. You talking to a man who, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have nothing against her having a. I'm gonna say this. Say what? What he say?
He ain't even fucking dick, man. God damn. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I gave you the advantage like that, I know you would have needed shit, man. And I'm telling you what I'm gonna do to your ass. You just lay down to me. Hell no.
Lord, I'm sure he got his money's worth.
I think he did get his money worth. I think he did. I think
sure he got his money's worth.
And I'm gonna tell you why he got his money's worth. Because he caught her at the right opportune time, because he knew any other time she wouldn't have gave Nate the chance. It's apparent that Nate is the neighborhood sugar daddy, per se. And you know, like they said, he go Nate, I forgot what his name was, Nate such and such. Well, you know, and I'm quite sure she didn't tell her homegirl, girl, I went ahead and gave some of this pussy to get this money for my little brother tuition. She ain't gonna do that. And really nobody's business, to be honest with you. But I feel like
really, because the difference. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
No, you said it's really nobody's business. I was like, that's absolutely right, because the only difference between a whole and a profession. I'm sorry.
He found that dude too. He found the brother and said, boy, your sister so do care about your education.
Mm-hmm. I got my money's worth. That's what he told him. I got my money's worth.
Boy, your sister so do care about your education. Look, hey, ain't the only instance. Look at Forrest Gump. Look at dead president.
Cuddy. Yeah.
Flinging that cock is like the oldest profession there is.
Yeah.
They've been around a long time. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what it is. It's fair exchange.
Just like a little cock, but all right.
I'm gonna tell you.
I do this to get this money now.
I'm gonna tell you. I don't have a problem with that. To be honest with you, I respect a woman that's willing to get down like that, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to say that every situation is desperate, but for the most part, that is what society has deemed.
Shop amazing specials now while supplies last at Macy's Gifts You'll Love to Give sale. Like great deals on coats for him and her from Calvin Klein, Anne Klein, and more top designers. Just $100 and under. Save big on handbags and wallets, now 40% off. And create a cozy retreat at home with 70% off warm throws and flannel bedding from Martha Stewart Collection. Now through Thursday at Macy's. Plus, get $10 in Macy's money for every $50 spent. Up to $40 Macy's money.
Before you drive the all-new Nissan Rogue, you gotta ask yourself, how rogue are you gonna go? We talking be one with nature in the desert rogue? Go snowshoeing in Alaska rogue? Or take the long way home just because kind of rogue? Just a question, but with 5 available drive modes, you're sure to find the answer.
Go rogue in the all-new, fiercely reimagined 2021 Nissan Rogue, now with the most standard safety features in its class. See Owner's Manual for important safety information. Auto Pacific segmentation. 2021 Nissan Rogue versus latest in market competitors. Base models compared.
Huh? That is what.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, that is what society has deemed as the most value a woman can bring. If that makes sense.
I agree with that.
Now, is that necessarily true? Go ahead, Sha.
It should be that way. Should be the most valuable thing you have as a woman.
Yeah.
It should be that way. And that's what you want your little girl to know and to think. And hey, that's the most valuable thing that you have. Treat it as such.
Okay.
But as you said, society has devalued and now it's cute to put things on tape at 12. It's just society has devalued it.
So answer this for me then. Why is it that and like I said, this going back to now, I'm gonna dive into Nate's season. Why do you think that this has become such a phenomenon? And this is not new. Is it new? But why is it now in the attention of society as a whole that there's a certain type of woman who can't handle her business, whether that be financially or anyway, why do you think?
Please retract that statement.
No. What I'm saying is because essentially the reason why they call it Nate season is because this woman from December until the end of tax season. This is, look it up on YouTube now. Why do you think? Why do you think this has become the norm with some women? Because for me to say all women, I would not say that because all women aren't doing this. But there's a certain kind of woman who, when she gets in a bind until her taxes come through, pretty much she has to depend on a certain type of man to fill in the. I'm trying to figure out how to say it nice, but basically to cover those.
Get in the bind, Nate.
Now, her only problem is that she ended up having a conscience. This woman out here fucking their way to the
top. It's not a conscience. It's that is not her normal character. She devalued herself. That was demeaning to her. That was degrading to her. That was beneath what she felt about herself. That's why she tried to wash him off of her.
Yeah.
Why? What you say about the women who fucking to get promotions and shit like that?
I don't know.
Fucking the landlord. Who fucking the landlord because she ain't got all the rent this month?
Yeah.
I don't knock nobody. I don't knock or judge nobody's hustle. I don't knock or judge nobody's hustle.
I know, but why they ain't in the shower shaking and washing it off? Hey, no, gee, they said fuck it.
Well, there are some women.
Some mean shit in.
But this is the thing. There are some women that, let's say, like work at a strip club. Mm-hmm. They shaking and showing their body, and they like, oh man, look at that hoe all on the pole. You don't know if she one day a virgin. You know, you don't know anything about her, and you have completely judged her and her situation and why she up there on the pole, which you think
is supposed to be half naked out there showing her stuff like that.
But you don't know her situation to judge her like that. If that's what you don't know if her mama a crackhead, she really don't know who her daddy is because her mama said it's 1 to 17, and you got a little brother at home that's 3. You still a virgin, but you. So that's all you got is your body. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that men get confused. Like what I said earlier, the only difference between a lady that you bring home and a hoe is discretion.
Mm-hmm. I agree with
That's the only difference. So why you think that woman on the pole is this type of woman or that type of woman, or she got this or that type of situation going on, you really don't know what she going on. Well, that one that you brought home to your mama is very discreetly fucking you, your homeboy, his cousin, and the nigga down the street. Very discreet.
But she's still a hoe though, right?
Discretion. You don't know she a hoe. But she is though, right? But the one on the pole is the one that you calling a hoe because she's not being discreet. Well, she's showing her whole body on the pole. She's not being discreet. So hold on. So she would be the one that you would think and would call the hoe because she's not being discreet. That other woman, she might have 10 niggas in 10 different cities. Is she truly, by definition, a hoe? Yes, but who knows?
But okay, but you bring a woman on the pole. But what do you think about that though? Like the women who got the OnlyFans, the women who do porn, the women who go on the pole butt naked and showing their shit off. But what did you call? But what did you call those type of women though?
Women that are selling their brand.
That's a brand.
Women like Beyonce is a brand. Kim Kardashian is a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Candy Drop is a brand.
Cardi B is a brand.
Is a brand.
Okay, well look at this thing. Okay, it's Kim Kardashian. if it wasn't for her sex tape with Ray J, we still wouldn't know who the fuck she was, right?
Okay, she still sold her brand.
Okay, now
and
imagine Cardi B. Cardi B was on that pole and even taking men back to hotel rooms and robbing them.
And she's a millionaire. She sold her brand.
Oh, so now it's about the money though. But when you talking about women in homes,
I don't say it's about the money.
money.
You said the money. I have said nothing about the money. I said they were selling their brand. You said
exactly. I guess you said they got a brand, but what I'm saying is the brand makes them money. But the difference between the woman and the home ain't got nothing to do with money.
Your brand don't always make you money. How many people you know got a clothing line? Your brand don't always make you money. So it has nothing to do with money, but you're trying to promote your brand. Whether you're making money or not is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But okay, if you're making money or not, the way that you're trying to make money, your brand, building your brand, the way you're building your brand, do that remove you from being a hoe? Because you say, okay, I can get a pass on this because I'm building a brand.
Who are you? Who am I? Because I go to work from 8 to 5 to look at this person and say, ooh, girl, you on the pole. Who am I?
Come on now. Come on now.
I am so serious. I am so serious. Because I'm going to tell you this. I don't think I'm better than nobody. Not the woman that's scrubbing my toilet with a toothbrush. Mm-hmm. Not the person that's on the pole. Not whoever throwing my newspaper. Not whoever's shoveling shit in a zoo. I'm not better than nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question here. A man goes rob a bank, right? He get caught. He goes for the judge. And what charge do they give him? Robbery. That makes him a robber. Right? So, is there no such thing as just judgment?
No. But
it's not, okay.
So, no,
I'm
that's
not saying
not
I'm better than you or nobody, but I'm just saying anybody can look at a certain behavior and call it what it is.
No, just because you on the pole don't mean you a hoe. You might only know 2 men in your life. That don't make you a hoe.
So what that make the women on the pole then?
Women on the pole.
I mean, what title do we give them?
Whatever they call themselves.
But you think that's ladylike though? You think that's ladylike to get butt naked and just go dance for some money? I'm just asking now. I'm not judging. I'm just asking. Like, what title do you give them?
I told you what title I would give them. I would give them the title that they call themselves. Dancers, strippers. Some of them call themselves hoes. Then, hey, if you think you a hoe, then you a hoe. I'm saying that when I look at a woman not even a woman on the pole, when I look at a woman that I know for sure selling ass, like there's, I know for sure you selling ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I?
And go to work every day.
Yeah, and see, that's my thing. For sure you selling ass, and you go to work every day. And when you go to work every day, you sit next to the girl that done gave everybody head from the 2nd floor to the 8th floor. That don't make her no better. That don't make her no better.
I'm not putting nobody on the tiers. What I'm saying is the behavior is the same. You may be doing it at 2 different locations, but it's the same behavior. So that don't make. I'm not saying one hoe better than the other hoe. I'm just saying both of them is really still a hoe.
Okay.
I'm not going to excuse you because you go to work every day. You still doing the same thing.
Do you think there could be men hoes?
Yeah. I knew crackheads who held jobs. They call it functional crackheads.
Do you know, can men...
I knew crackheads who didn't have a job. But they're both crackheads.
Men can be hoes?
Yeah, men can be hoes. Yeah, I'm not excusing men from it. I've been a man hoe before. in my younger days, you know what I'm saying? But that's when I ain't know no better. I know better now.
And
I ain't been on since today. Since yesterday.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna share a personal story with y'all. This was prior to me being married, and I will never forget. And this lady, and looking, and that's why this was so funny to me, was the fact that this lady I met, and she was like, I was like 20 or 21. No, I'm about 20. And she, came on to me and this, that, and the third, and when it came down to the nitty gritty, she told me, we went by, Walmart to get the essentials we needed. What's all that noise in the back? Somebody. Okay. We went to Walmart to get the essentials that we needed, and I said, "How much do you need to make our night, to finish, to what's the word, the crest, to top off the night? What do you need?" She said $80. So I went by the ATM, gave her the $80, sat out in the car, waited for her to come back. She come back to my car, and it was around Christmas time, with a shitload of gifts for her babies. And we went on to finish. We went on to finish the night off. When she could have just told me from Jump Street, "Hey, I need this amount of money to get my babies some Christmas gifts, and I'm gonna take care of you." But she went all around the merry-go-round for us to just end up to that position, to Walmart, for her to go get the babies the Christmas gift. And I didn't, I didn't feel like I took advantage of her, because it was mutual. But it was apparent that financially she didn't have the money to buy her baby Christmas gifts and coats and stuff like that. So that's why
she would have said.
Go ahead.
If she would have said, "Hey, I need $80 for Christmas gifts, and can you just help me out?"
Number one,
would you have done it?
No, because I didn't know her from Adam.
Oh, okay.
Like, I literally met this lady. This is, I've been in some crazy situations. I literally met her that day, and I'm like, well, hell, I mean,
y'all made an agreement.
We made and I'm like, well, how much do you, she like, I'm gonna go ahead and get some sexy lingerie for you. I'm like, well, how much it's gonna cost? Give me about $80. And in my mind, I'm like, I know motherfucking well, she gotta know that at Walmart, you ain't gotta get no lingerie for no. But I went ahead, I said, I knew it was something more to it. And she came back to my car with a bunch of bags with toys and coats, and mind you, this was shit 15, 16 years ago. And I'm like, why does she just let me know this up front?
Because you were Nate number 3.
And that's why Nate season has been around. That's why this story was. That's why when I saw the tagline, hashtag Nate season, I was like, this is so damn true. Because like you said, had she just came to me out of nowhere, "Hi sir, can you give me $8 so I can buy my kids Christmas gifts?" I'd be like, hell no, I don't know you. Or I'd have been like, okay, well, what you willing to do for that $80? I'm not gonna lie. So that's why that Nate resonates with me, and I don't really knock him, because at the end of the day, I don't knock. Here's my thing: I have nothing against prostitution, nothing at all. Especially if two people have agreed upon a fair exchange, and you leave away satisfied, I leave away satisfied, and we're still amicable, But for some reason, there are a contingency of people who think that this is fucked up. I don't. Like I said, my only thing was with Nate was, bruh, why you didn't take her to a little hotel? You know, I mean, if you saw the movie clip, it just looked real like trashy the way she left. I was like, damn, this looks. I felt bad for her. I really did. I felt bad for her.
Hey, you know what? If I was Nate, I'll take it to the hotel, but let's come back to a van. You know what I mean? God damn it. You couldn't see money. Now you come on here and
That's probably what he said. That's why they was at the hourly motel.
Well, yeah. I don't know where he was, because they was on a, if you go back and look at the clip, they was on a mattress. Just a mattress. And I'm like, ugh, no cover, no. I mean, Nate just got it in where he got it in there. I was like, come on, man. It's obvious that Nate was holding some ends financially. You know, he had a Cadillac. You know, Cadillacs now don't really, in my opinion, don't symbolize wealth like they used to, because everybody has one. But back in the day, you know, the 90s, 80s, 70s, if a brother had a Cadillac, man, he had so a sister knew, okay, this brother got a little money. Am I right or wrong?
She knew what bank to go to.
Yeah.
I'm giving Jeb's Basement Renovations 1 star. He kept asking me what's behind the walls down there. I'm like, why? What do you know?
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
And then he's like, you can trust me with the job. And I'm all like, trust?
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial auto and business insurance.
Yeah, he charged me less than he said he would, which is lying.
Get a quote online today at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
Before you drive the all-new Nissan Rogue, you gotta ask yourself, how rogue are you gonna go? We talking be one with nature in the desert rogue? Go snowshoeing in Alaska rogue? Or take the long way home just because kind of rogue? Just a question, but with 5 available drive modes, you're sure to find the answer.
Go rogue in the all-new, fiercely reimagined 2021 Nissan Rogue, now with the most standard safety features in its class. See Owner's Manual for important safety information. Auto Pacific segmentation. 2021 Nissan Rogue versus latest in market competitors. Base models compared.
Yeah.
The bank to go to. She knew exactly where she needed to go. She said, yeah, he wants this and this. Let me go on walk over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You gonna have to, I don't know, we gonna have to climb in the back seat before I let you get me in with no sheets.
I mean, it was no sheets.
You know what?
What's up?
That's what he could have did. He could have just put it in the back seat, man.
And it wouldn't have took him but 30 seconds.
Take a whole lot of gas, man.
Let's take a ride. You already said, let's take a ride. Come on. Let's go around the corner right quick. Come on. Come on.
So we agreed that there is an A season, which there is an A season. I'm not crazy. There is an A season. You be trying to get your kids some Christmas gifts.
And that's what I'm saying. And Sha, that's what I'm saying. Sha, I'm not a man. I'm a firm believer as a man now. This is, I can't speak for women, but as a man, you're gonna have to pay. Some men believe, oh, you're not paying because you was able to verbally in your mind seduce that woman. When really she already wanted to sleep with you anyway. That was no seduction really involved. But essentially, what's up?
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm saying. But like you said, she knew which bank to go to.
Yeah, she definitely knew what she did.
Because when she with her homegirl, she was like, oh, that's Nate. Yeah, he want me to do, he want me to do something for him, but I ain't gonna do that, girl. But she, he told her, come on over here. She came on over there. because she knew what Nate wanted. You know, let's stop playing. She knew what Nate wanted, and that's why I reference it back to the incident I dealt with, and I was just like, wow. And I didn't feel like I was played because, I mean,
you weren't.
I wasn't played at all. That was 5. We was in the motel 5 or 6 hours. I mean, hey, I had no qualms because it was fair exchange. It was fair exchange, but it just showed me. What's up?
It was so not fair, but it was it was an agreement.
You talking about with my situation or with Nate?
It would never be. It would never be fair. You would never get me to admit that was a fair exchange. But I do agree that it was an agreement.
So you're saying that the situation that he's talking about that happened to him personally, you're saying that was not a fair exchange?
That when what? The situation with what?
That I went through.
Yeah. You saying that was not fair?
It was an agreement.
I think it was fair. I think it was fair. You know why I think it was fair? Because number one, she was older than me. She was like 14, 10, 11 years, something like that, older than me. So
you was actually doing a favor.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you know, and believe it or not, Sha, it's actually more to that story that I can't mention on air. But I'm just showing. Huh?
Man, don't mention that shit, man.
No, don't.
I'm gonna tell you, it's the reason why I can't. Yeah, it's the reason why I can't mention the rest of it. But essentially, it was a fair exchange. It was a fair exchange, you know, and I felt good about the situation as she did because we left amicable, and you know, it was pretty much like, hey, anytime you want to kick it, give me a ring, and I'm just like, no. And the reason why was because of this whole situation. Because of the whole situation, when I saw the problem after that, I nipped it in the bud, and that was that. But what I'm saying is, this is the tool. I won't say tool, but this is what pretty much, you know, she could own. That was her bargaining tool. What was between her legs is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, she could have said, hey, I can come clean your barracks room for you for 2 weeks, and the $80 you gave me will be, you know, amicable. And I'd have been like, oh yeah, of course, that's fine. I got no problem with that. But she had an immediate
to that.
Huh? Would I have agreed to that? With the mindset I have today, yeah. But back then, no. No, simply because she had a need. You know, her babies needed coats. They needed coats and jackets and toys for Christmas, you know. And I understood.
And that's why I'm saying, like, y'all will never get me to agree with y'all that it's fair, because really I'm biased. I'm so biased. Okay. You know, so
I was supposed to be worth then.
Boy, stop.
I'm just asking.
Shot, let us know, Shot, and that's why I wanted you to come on, because I knew you would give a good pushback. I know you gonna give a good pushback, but I knew you would understand what my girl Jada Pinkett did. Whether you
the grid ain't work for a local library. That's to be honest. And with inflation today, from that time it's written, it's about $40.
Well, I think it depends on your budget. And I say this because, like Charlie Sheen, they said that he used to pay his prostitutes $10,000 a night. I mean, not even for the night, $10,000 a hit. He would pay them, and he said, "I want them to go away." it was within his budget. So he felt that it was worth $10,000. I'm sure there are more that pay. So how much is it worth?
Percentage. You going off percentages and shit.
You asked the question. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When it come down to the price of pussy and sex and all that, and this is outside of marriage now. This I'm gonna come at it from that point. You really can't put a value on it.
You cannot.
You can't put a value on it. And you know how we chop it up. But for Charlie Sheen, $10,000 was $100 to you and me. Because like he said, I'm not paying you for what you do. I'm paying to get rid of your ass.
Look here.
What's up?
Right now, if I had Jeff Bezos' money, and goddamn me, if I want to go buy a shot of ass, man, he gonna be $40. That's what it is. You can't get. And matter of fact, I ain't gonna even start at 40. I'm coming in about maybe about $15. We work our way up to about 25. Shit like that. I can't give you 10 cents. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta remember though. You gotta remember though. Isn't he HIV positive? I believe.
Yeah.
So you gotta remember, for 10 stacks, it's straight raw dog. It's, you don't know, and like I said, I'm get what you're saying. It ain't worth no 10 G's. But
I'm just,
what's up?
People pay for this.
Pocket pussy for cheaper than that, man. Then you go buy a blow up dog. Yeah, damn.
That's, if you have that type of budget though, you get lucky if that's all you pay. What if the condom break, you get caught up, now you paying 50 G's a month in child support? So I mean, really, come on now.
Knocked off for the Ray Carew. But I'm telling you right now, ain't no goddamn man. I can't give it 10 stacks.
10 stacks is a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But for him during that, because I don't know if Charlie Sheen is still holding like he used to. But during that time, 10,000 wasn't nothing for this guy. That was nothing for him. That's like for Jeff Bezos. How much was he worth? How much is Jeff worth, D? Before the
He's $2 billion.
What? Okay, remember.
A lot of billion.
Okay, remember his divorce. He was worth like what, 80 billion, and it was something like that, 80 bill, and she got 40 bill. And he done made that 80 billion. He done made that money back already.
Yeah. Now check this out though. Okay, well let's look at it like this. 10 stacks.
Yeah.
Just a woman, just a random woman.
Yeah.
10 stacks? Man. I just can't see. I can't see.
They got a whole movie called Pretty Woman about it.
Ain't Richard Gere in there?
Yeah. But you know, my grandma used to say, just because you got money don't mean you got to spend it.
Huh?
I said, my grandma used to always say, just because you got some money don't mean you got to spend it. So, I mean, 10 stacks, that's kind of, that's hard. That's hard. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, even if I was just Bezos, I can't give you 10 stacks. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford it. I be generous. I go ahead and give you a whole $100. But you know what I'm saying?
You need a girlfriend. You need a girlfriend for $100.
You see my girlfriend?
You gonna need a girlfriend to get some for $100.
And no one know that pussy ain't worth no 10 stacks. She know it. How it gonna be worth 10 stacks? How it gonna be worth 10 stacks when she gonna turn around and go get to another motherfucker $40?
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How it gonna be worth 10 stacks? Cause then you wanna go a percentage of what I'm worth? Now that's the same pussy. If you giving me, that you giving the motherfucker around the corner, you give it to the motherfucker up the street. It's the same pussy.
But like you said, he paid for their discretion and for them to go away. Not necessarily for the pussy. It might be the same pussy, but what you're paying for is this. Because
he's the best about it. That motherfucker could fly a motherfucker in from Thailand and get it cheaper than that.
He can fly to Thailand and get it. But
man, ain't no damn way, man. That motherfucker just doing it just to be doing it. I get it. I can't do it.
I bet you it's a whole slew of people in West Dallas that's doing it.
He's a 10 step for a shot of top.
I mean, somebody paying for that, you know.
Yeah, somebody paying, but goddamn, I ain't paying no 10 stacks. Man, that's a good news car, man. You know, you do with 10 stacks.
A lot. I'm with you, bro.
I'm wasting on some boogie. There's gonna be a whole lot of women in that room for 10 stacks. Man, hell no. There ain't no way. It can't be that.
Do you have a first date budget?
Well, here's the thing. I was just telling him this the other day. I took this girl out to the goddamn this nice little there's a wing spot, but it's nice though. Went out there with the bitch. Oh man, I ain't gonna call her. What's up? Yeah, go out there with the bitch, man. Thought the bitch gonna give us pussy the same night, right? I had politicking with the bitch. Didn't get the pussy, right? Even gave the bitch the goddamn to-go plate. You know what I'm saying? The wings that we eat, yeah, take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna eat this shit on my lunch break. Yeah, all right. So it comes around again. I think that day probably by like maybe probably $40, right? For both of us. All right. Then turn around about a week or two later, take this. I ain't take the bitch to the same spot no more. I'm gonna take the bitch to Wingstop. Fuck that. So we go to Wingstop and shit. I'm like, I'm supposed to get them giving that pussy. Gave the bitch to go take again. I ain't taking no goddamn way else no more. Now, probably what I should have did was just say, look, I ain't got time to be doing all the politics. I ain't got time to be taking you out. Look, what are you going to take for me to get a shot at? Which I have done before a whole lot of times. Just come out and say, look, what are you going to take to get something? Or, when you going to let me get some of that goddamn pussy? Right? Look, I ain't got time to be sitting around here playing with you. Right? That's what I probably should have done. And she probably would have said, $40? Hey, I done spent goddamn $60 already. You know what I'm saying? I would have came out cheaper. If I would just came out and be like, man, this is gonna take me to get some of that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, on that first day budget, you know what? I took a girl to Dave and Buster's one time.
Oh, jeez.
And it wasn't even a week later. I was getting that. I continued to get that. And then she started taking me out not like dinner and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we was kind of like together, I guess. But yeah, I took out Dave Buster one time. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I wasn't expecting to get that pussy the same night. You know what I'm saying? Even though I be wanting to though. I gotta spend my money, you know what I'm saying? I want this pussy tonight. You know what I'm saying? I want to return on my investment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Please tell me you are a comedian.
Oh Okay. Okay, D is single like you. Remember last time you asked you was asking me and the other brother, you're a successful woman, about when y'all go out and the men don't approach you. Ask, could you, maybe he can give you his take on that.
Why is that?
You know what? I just had this conversation with somebody earlier tonight about a lot of men get intimidated by women like this.
Get intimidated by what?
By women who like successful and, pretty much got their own.
All the last-minute gifts are on sale at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Get 60% off almost everything. Shop new doorbusters, including gifts from $7, socks from $2, tees from $8, and more. Find it all at Gap Factory or GapFactory.com through December 24th. Cozy up for the holidays with 60% off everything at Banana Republic Factory, including soft sweaters, comfy pajamas, must-have gifts, and more from $9.99. Find your nearest store now, only at Banana Republic Factory.
Before you drive the all-new Nissan Rogue, you gotta ask yourself, how rogue are you gonna go? We talking be one with nature in the desert rogue? Go snowshoeing in Alaska rogue? Or take the long way home just because kind of rogue? Just a question, but with 5 available drive modes, you're sure to find the answer.
Go rogue in the all-new, fiercely reimagined 2021 Nissan Rogue, now with the most standard safety features in its class. See Owner's Manual for important safety information. Auto Pacific segmentation. 2021 Nissan Rogue versus latest in market competitors. Base models compared.
But we don't know what I got.
Well, okay, you might not know. Okay, so you're saying you out and about. You don't know what you got. You don't know what you do. You just see you out. They don't approach.
Yeah. We get looked at, but we don't get approached. Very rarely. And when we do get approached, most of the time it's a white man.
White, they own it.
They are. They are. They catching all y'all dropping.
Well, you know what? You know what though? Because a lot of black men, black men don't. They done been, with a lot of different races, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got some black men, even today, they don't really prefer black women. They prefer anything but black. Some men are like this, right? But still, there's still a lot of black men that like black women, though. So I don't understand. But see, you know what, I'm going to say this though. Women, a lot of times when black men approach black women, it's the way the black woman will say no opposed to another race of woman that says no.
So you think that black men don't approach us because they're intimidated by the fact we might say no?
Well, how you say no? You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, get on my face. All that kind of, you know what I'm talking about? Because black men doing that shit sometimes.
You don't know that from just looking at me. Like,
a lot of black men be shell shocked though. You know what I'm saying? They done been through it. They done seen it happen. So they like, I ain't finna make no scene up in here. Now, but okay, now check this out though. Now check this out. I'm gonna tell you about me. This is me. I look at a woman, and a lot of times I can tell by her, the non-verbal communication.
I'm so friendly. I'm so friendly.
That she's like, yeah, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, some women ain't gonna give you that vibe. So you like, okay, well, I ain't gonna even waste my time with it, right? But when a woman gives you that vibe, like, yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And then, you can do it like that.
I don't ever think I don't ever think I give off a vibe like I'm unfriendly.
So
I'm so friendly. I'm always smiling. I'm friendly.
But the man that look at you, that you might have an interest in, that you think that he has an interest in you, what do you give back to him to let him know, like, okay, it's the green light? All you gotta do is approach. Like, what do you do to give him that confidence, or like I said, give him the green light to say, yeah,
What do I do to give him confidence?
What I'm saying is, what do you do? What do you do to give him the green light to approach? To look at, like what? It won't be verbal. It will be non-verbal communication that you have to give him to say, for him to say, we both feeling each other.
What? Like a slope? I don't have hair, so I'm just like I don't have a ring. Okay, I do make a point to do this. I do make it a point to have my hand to where they can see that I don't have a ring on. To me, that's my signal. Hey, I'm single. There's no ring.
Yeah.
Just because you I get what I'm saying is, yeah, you're single, but you may not be. He may feel like you may not be wanting him to approach you. So to avoid all this, that's what I'm saying. You have to give him something for him. When he look at you, you have to give him something back, so he knows, hey, it's cool. We both feeling each other.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm quite sure he's going to give you a look. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? You got to give him something back. If not, he's not going to approach you because he feels like he's going to be wasting his time. Like, oh, she ain't interested in me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the only problem, I don't...
You see what white girls do. You see what white girls do. You're a white girl. You look at a white girl. She going to let you know that she likes you. She gonna fucking I know what I'm saying. Yeah, they gonna do something. Yeah, they gonna do something that like.
I'm not white. I'm not
what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is she's giving back. She's communicating with him without even saying nothing. Is what I'm saying. Right? It's called, it's non-verbal communication. So. When a man see you and he might smile, nigga might throw his hand up stuff like, give your hand down. Like, you gotta give him stuff back. If you don't, you feel like you ain't interested.
If I get a head nod, I always head nod back, and I even speak. If I get a head nod, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And I, keep walking to me. Hey, I'm open. I'm friendly. You speak to me, I speak to you. You head nod. I'm not. But I'm not gonna walk in skipping, talking about, hey, I'm single. No, I'm not gonna do that. And as far as the look, you would have to say something verbal to me, because looking at me would not get my attention at all. That won't get my.
Check this out. When I was in the club, right? And we going, right? Ain't no conversation right now. But like I don't think a white girl, but I've never approached a white girl. White girls that's the only white girls I've been with, the one who have actually approached me, because I don't be knowing if they like black dudes or not, unless we're in a specific place. Then I know they like black dudes, or they wouldn't be in there. But at any rate, if they approach me, but they gonna let me know. Something they gonna do to let me know to get my attention to them. You see what I'm saying? And then
give me a non-white girl example of what they can do, or what black women like to do.
Well, black, these black chicks though, they be kind of more. They don't really give me. They don't really be that open. They don't really be that open with they. When they feeling you in the club, they don't really be that open with it. They really want you to just come to them. But like most black people don't be they don't really want to, because it's like it's like guesswork, like it's hit or miss. Like you're not for sure. So, I hate to say it, but most black dudes go with the low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like this show.
I can guarantee you, I'm not the low hanging fruit.
I don't mean it that way. But what I'm saying is
that explains a lot. That explains.
No. I don't mean it that way. I don't mean like you easy. But what I'm saying is, he's saying like this right here. This is already like confirmed pretty much. Like she's letting me know that she's interested.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't no guesswork in it. But with the black kids, it's a little guesswork and do be like, man, I don't want to walk over there and then she send me right back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing. So you gotta do that non-verbal. You gotta have that non-verbal communication done. You know what I'm saying? And it happens from across the room a lot of times. Folks may catch your eye. You know what I'm saying? You catch their eye. And just look, this expression on your face that you know, like, shit. Come on, let's go. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
So this is what guesswork I do.
Well, then I don't know. When I get spoken to, I speak. If somebody look at me, if I'm interested, you know, I smile. You know, I don't know what more to do than when they look at me, I smile and, you know, I might not. How you doing? And other than that, I don't know what else to do. I'm not going to do more than that once, you know, I give you the acknowledgement that, yes, I am single. Yes, I'm smiling at you, which lets you know I'm approachable.
Mm-hmm.
But am I what?
Are you interested? See, that's the difference. Because when they say because the gestures you're giving, you know, those gestures are given just to the average person who just passing by. You got to give something else to that person that you're interested in. Today.
What else?
I'm choosing you.
Okay, what else could I do? Now, I'm a lady. I'm going to tell you. So what else can I do other than those things that I just told you? What else could I do?
Because you say you smile at everybody and everything. So, I mean, I don't know. Because you're like you can see a woman walk past a group of dudes, right? A woman walk past a group of dudes. She ain't gonna just really be smiling at everybody. But then when she see that one guy, her face will light up. Then you know.
You have to look and smile at every guy that looks and smiles at you. Other than that, you risk the chance of being a snob or being, you know, this or him cutting up.
You know, look, you know, if a dude smile at her and she ain't feeling, she might give him a little smirk. You know, she gonna be rude. But the dude that she feeling, he gonna get the big smile. He's gonna get the 32. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get the 32. Everybody else gonna just get the smirk.
So I didn't.
Hey, how you doing? It's like that one nigga, he's gonna get the 32.
Okay.
Hand out of her hair and shit. All that's gonna go on. She gonna do something that know, like, you know, like. I mean, I done had women change their walk. All this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And you know, like, yeah, I'm just saying, but it just, you know, right there, like, yeah, baby, up in there. Yeah, that's right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
one
it is.
down. One down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
One down. I'm trying to get by 5, you know, because, you know, out of 5, only 2 or 3 gonna pan out. So you gotta get by 5. It's just law of probability. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, there's a place to be in. And you're gonna drop a gym on y'all. I used to go by the women's bathroom. Man.
Oh, Lord.
That's what it is. You know when they catch a fish in there.
Let me tell you, the worst place a man could approach me is going into or coming out of the restroom.
You got to see me.
Don't do it.
I ain't saying I'm in the doorway. I'm talking about I'm in that area. You got to walk past me to go inside that bathroom. You won't see me. I'm not just all off in the corner somewhere. I ain't doing it. You know, and I'm going to tell you another spot I ain't go. And the one club that had a patio. So I can be by patio door, and I see something I like, I'll follow outside of the patio. You know what I'm saying? To see what's happening. But then that was okay. But when I started going by that bathroom, oh man,
that changed the game.
Oh my God! You got the line.
And they can't be chilling out. Man.
Sweetheart, I am so not your type. Oh my gosh. Coming in and out the restroom is your best catch. That is the worst. Nothing irritates me more. You just seen me come out the restroom. I still got the paper towel in my hand that I used to open the door with. And you want to have a conversation right there by the toilets? No.
Hey,
you would not discuss dating me this close to the urinals. No.
When you walk past, you know, I tapped you on the elbow or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you ain't even washed your hands. Your hands still nasty. No.
What you trying to do? What you trying to do now? You know, I done seen you here for 30 minutes. You talking now and then. What's up? I'm not the way you looking for. I'm over here with you. What's up? Where we going?
And I'm super irritated because we at the Wingstop and I just saw you get her a to-go plate for them wings that you just bought her and you rubbing on my elbow. No.
Hey, you did for lunch. I got this. Okay, next time, I got her. I said, man, she's not making money. I just said, man, I'm just going to cut my losses, man. I should have came away from the beginning. She didn't want no food. She want that bread.
Oh, for some Wingstop and a to-go plate.
Get it to the fries. I'm like, those fries ain't even good when you microwave them. Everybody wear them fries. I'm more like chewing those rubber bands. I'm going to grind too.
Okay. It's 11:30. Y'all play today.
Well, Sha, I want to thank you for coming on. I really do.
We got so off topic.
Well, it all kind of, you know, that's what it's about. You know, I don't follow no script. You know, and I just feel like it's good to hear different perspectives on some things because the way I was probably going to approach the show. You know, I ain't gonna say it would have been fun, but sometimes I like to bring people on because it's good to hear different perspectives, you know. And I don't know, I like how you come and stuff. It be funny because you usually not gonna give the answer people would expect a woman to just give, if that makes sense. So that's why I was like, Sha, you got to come on here, you know. And I had my boy D, he had to come on here, you know, because. Like I said, I personally, you know, when I thought about, I said, man, this Nate season has been going on for so long, but I just wanted to, you know, I wanted to hear different perspectives, you know, I really did, because some people, like I said, prior to yesterday, I never knew it was even a term, but now I know. You know, now I know it's a term, you know, and like I said, I want to just get everybody's perspective on it, you know, because some people, you know, I don't know, I feel like y'all were the two best people to talk about this with, you know, because you got some women, you know, they gonna excuse me, they gonna be, how should I put it? I didn't really want to bring nobody on who's gonna be just, well, he wrong and he, you know, like you said. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. It's like with the situation I dealt with. Now that I'm older, I understood what she did. I understood it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but you know, at the end of the day, I didn't feel like I was bamboozled. I was just like, well, damn, we could have just skipped going out to eat and all that, and we didn't really go out to eat. We got to-go plates, because I was like, hey, I'm on a time constraint. I got to be at work tomorrow. So, I got to be at formation in the military. I got to be at formation at 07. So, hey, let's get this party started, and like I said,
Did you have children at that time?
I wasn't even married. We didn't have kids till 3 years into our marriage. I didn't have any kids. Only kids I did have were my nephews.
Do you think differently of her now that you have your own children?
I do. That's why. That's why I told you. I don't feel even afterward. I didn't feel played, but I was just like, damn, you could have let me know all this 7-8 hours ago when we was at the mall. All this could have been ironed out, But and ironed, like I said,
Well, you might would have been like, dang, if I would have known that's what you was trying to do, I could have gave you 100 and we could have went ahead and did what we came to do. That's all I'm saying.
But at the same token, I understand. I understand women on a societal basis, because she was not a quote unquote college educated woman, nothing like that. But at the same token, she, how should I put it? I come from we all come from y'all are older than me, but I come from a generation where women did that and it was normal. It wasn't no big deal. I come from a generation where I would hear stories about women before they would even ask for assistance from government. They finna sell that pussy, and
Persian cat.
Yeah, and I don't, and I, what? I don't even mind that, and that's why I tell people I have nothing against legalized prostitution. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. And some people do, but me, I'm a realist, because I understand in certain industry, like for instance, I think I told this story before, but there's a manager at the job and he's known. I mean, this cat is like, straight up overt. Openly with hollering at chicks. But one lady told me, pretty much, they talking about football, and he hired her. He hired, and I know this guy. I know he made that clear. He hired her with the contingency that they would sleep together. And, they were talking about football, and he just came out to her, and she told me, he just came out and said, damn these Atlanta Falcons, damn these New Orleans Saints. When am I going to get that? Because this is what we had. This is why I hired you. This is one of the, and I'm like, and she told me that. I was like, you got all these people out here looking for a job, and he's trying to feed his inner man. Now, whether that was right or wrong ain't my business, but I'm like, dude, that's fucked up, man. Because essentially, we as men, when we got a little power, we're gonna use it. And really, that's human. That's human nature.
What do you think was different between what he did and what you did?
What I think was different was the fact that he was more in control of the situation. And I say that because it was already, from her telling me now, I wouldn't have known this had she not told me. Because there have been rumors saying that, he done that, but until I actually know, I'm not going to go off of that.
But he said, hey, I'm going to give you a job, but this is what you're going to give me.
Yeah.
And she said, okay.
She said, okay.
Played itself.
Okay, so why is his situation so fucked up and yours was understandable?
Because essentially, I'm not gonna say I was misled, but I just feel like there was a bit of deceit when I gave her the money, to go buy.
When she came out the Walmart, it was very clear.
It was very clear what she needed, why essentially,
right.
And
right.
And like I said, I don't.
So why was
it's not.
Why was his fucked up and yours okay?
It's not really. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's not really any difference.
It's not. They was both fucked up.
I'm not gonna say it was fucked up. Oh,
No, it wasn't fucked up. I take that back. But you said his situation was fucked up, even though there was no difference. Those were your words saying that it was
well, the reason. Okay, the reason.
Those were your words. So I'm going by your words.
The reason why I say his situation was fucked up is because there are plenty of people who need jobs.
There are plenty of kids that need a Christmas gift.
I'm with that. But in order for me to get the Christmas gift, I need a what?
Y'all have to do it.
No, I'm saying if I need to give my babies Christmas coats, I need a job, I need an income. And my thing is that he is.
Come on.
He is I don't want to say he's abusing power, but in so many ways he's abusing power. He just is. I was not really abusing power because, as far as I'm concerned, she actually approached me. I didn't approach her.
So was Nate abusing his power?
To a degree, because it's like we said, she was desperate. What did she say? I'm in a bind, Nate.
I'm sure your friend was desperate. She needed that job.
Did you get her to her?
She never that question she left unanswered, but we already know.
Yeah. Come on now. Ain't no difference. There's absolutely no difference. But no matter the degree of what he did or what you might think is fucked up, there might be higher level degrees, but it's all the same. And that's why I say that you can look at his situation, this other situation, and say, well, what I did was okay and understandable, but what he did was fucked up. When it was really the same thing. There was an agreement made by two consenting adults in both of those situations. Even in a situation, there was an agreement made. Now, whether that agreement was fair or unfair, I'm sure you feel in your friend's situation because you felt it was fucked up, that her situation, she had really unfair terms. That was really unfair. So they had an agreement. Now, was it fair? No. They had an agreement that was made on unfair terms. She was desperate. She needed a job. But she agreed to do this. And he was in a position where he could provide what she needed. Just like Nate, just like you and the girl who needed Christmas gifts.
You give me that pink or you don't get this pink slip.
It's all the same.
Oh man! So do you think? But
for those examples specifically is why I'm not a perfect person, but I try my best not to judge a person's situation, because you would look up and you'd be like, what, man, dang, oh man, that is so messed up. And as soon as those words come out your mouth, you'll find yourself in that same situation.
Yeah.
In that same situation. It is so much easier to look at that person on the pole and say, oh man, she's a hoe, than to look at yourself or the next person and examine them equally, because you've never really been in that situation. So that's why it's really, really, really unfair to judge someone's situation and say, man, this is fucked up, and then be like, well, hold up. That was me 5 years ago,
Well,
when I look back.
Well, here's the thing, though. As a man...
But, okay.
Go ahead,
But you're not looking down on them when you see it, though. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm sorry.
As long as you're not looking down on them, because like
I don't look down on
people.
Yeah, I don't even look down on them.
Situations. Yeah, I see people in situations that I was in many moons ago. I don't look down on them, but at the same time, I would say, man, that was me at one time. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna judge it. I ain't gonna judge nobody, but I can say, hey, that was me. And at that time, I was that person.
And I understand, and I don't think that Nate is a bad person. Hey, bro, you had it to spare. You was right on time with this agreement. You was right on time. You need Nate.
She should have been more willing though, because she ain't doing. I mean, he's supposed to be doing everything to her.
He got what he paid for.
I think he got shortchanged because he was missionary.
He got what he paid for.
I just, like I said,
that motherfucker jacked up. I'd hit that motherfucker 3-point stand.
And my thing is,
but I don't think any of them is bad. It is what it is.
Here's my thing though. Here's my thing. I just understand in life, and this is what I had to tell a little cousin of mine years ago. You know, he was bitching and moaning about he was trying to fill out a financial aid application, and he was on Facebook bitching and moaning, can anybody help me? And one of my little cousins told him, she basically told him, because I think what she thought he was going to do was ask for money, and she was like, look, I'm not giving you any money, but I can help you fill out the application. And he was like, I'm not our family too. He gave this big spiel, and I told him, I said, cuz unfortunately you are a man, and society is not gonna feel sorry for you. It just don't work like that, bro. I said, you don't have that. You don't have a puss between your legs. And he got mad at me and all that. But I hope one day he'll understand. I wasn't being mean or disrespectful to him. I was letting him know society is not going to look at you the same way as they look at a woman. For instance, like I always give an example. If I lose my house, because I've been through foreclosure and bankruptcy before. And society looks at me like, nigga, what the fuck you did with your money that your family don't have a house no more, and y'all, and they're looking at me, and I accept the responsibility for that. It doesn't matter in some situations if society not gonna say, well, how much money did your wife spend on this, on that? They don't look at that. They look at you, the man. You should have manned up and handled business. And it's the same way. If the kid's not clean and groomed, people not gonna say, why that boy daddy ain't clean. They're gonna say, why is that mother not taking care of them children? So what I understood as I got older in life is that men and women we all have different roles. And I understand that is, for the most part, the bargaining chip that a woman has when they're in those type of situations. I don't even knock it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not at all. But I understand it. And like you said, I'm not judging nobody. But to a degree, we all judge. I mean, that's just a natural human instinct. But I don't look down. I don't frown upon people like that. I just don't. That's all I'm saying.
She might well since she was fucking some dude proud for free. At least she got something out of it.
And that's something else. And I'm gonna tell you,
swung her by churches and gave her 2 feet green.
And look, and that's something else. My thing is if for women, if you are in even if y'all are what they call it nowadays, fuck buddies. And if you can't call your fuck bud up and say, hey man, I need $20 for some gas, and he speaking foreign language, it's about time to cut him off. It's about time to cut him off, because you do have those women that, they'll want another man to handle business, but the main man he ain't got to do shit.
But can it go both ways though?
It can go both ways.
What you mean? What you mean?
Can a man call up the woman that he's fucking and say, shit, hey, I'm short this month. You know what I'm saying? Look out for me. Cut for me. Is that wrong? But see, society makes that seem like it ain't, that's wrong.
Yeah. I don't think it's wrong.
I think men flip that coin whenever it's convenient for them. It's like, hey, it's not wrong if I reach out to this woman and ask her to borrow money. So it's all right if this woman approaches me. It's all right if this woman take me out to eat. What you mean? She can't pay her own bills. What you mean? You need money for this. What you mean? Like when you go into societal roles, okay, the men took care of everything, like you say, and the women traditionally took care of home. And those are, like you said, the expectations. But now women are saying, well, yeah, we want you to do that, but still be okay with taking me out, which goes against those same societal roles that you want me to uphold. Still approach me, which goes against those same societal roles that you're telling me that I have to remain in, but still pay 50% of the bills, which goes against those societal roles that you're telling me to remain in. So which do you want? Do you want me to remain in those societal roles, or do you want to borrow $20?
Well, that's just right here. Then. If the man paying all the bills, check this out though. So technically, if he's paying all the bills, then the woman, she ain't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right? So he should be able to go out there and get him a little side piece of action every once in a while, right? Because he got a lot of stress on him.
That's the way it used to be. That's exactly the way it used to be. Because you knew that granddaddy had a whole nother family 3 blocks over.
Yeah.
But you also knew that granddaddy was going to make sure all the bills was going to be paid, and every night he laid his head on your pillow. That was guaranteed. So if you want to talk about that, then yeah, you sure right. If you want to get stressed up for him, and then when he came home, you know what she said? Are you hungry? Did you eat yet? Let me take off your coat.
There you go.
That's the way it went. Yeah, but now you want that, and you want to borrow $20. Hold on now.
Yeah.
And what do you want?
All the last-minute gifts are on sale at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Get 60% off almost everything. Shop new doorbusters, including gifts from $7, socks from $2, tees from $8, and more. Find it all at Gap Factory or GapFactory.com through December 24th. Cozy up for the holidays with 60% off everything at Banana Republic Factory, including soft sweaters, comfy pajamas, must-have gifts, and more from $9.99. Find your nearest store now, only at Banana Republic Factory.
Before you drive the all-new Nissan Rogue, you gotta ask yourself, how rogue are you gonna go? We talking be one with nature in the desert rogue? Go snowshoeing in Alaska rogue? Or take the long way home just because kind of rogue? Just a question, but with 5 available drive modes, you're sure to find the answer.
Go rogue in the all-new, fiercely reimagined 2021 Nissan Rogue, now with the most standard safety features in its class. See Owner's Manual for important safety information. Auto Pacific segmentation. 2021 Nissan Rogue versus latest in market competitors. Base models compared.
What do you want?
That's true.
I think with all things, it has to be a balance. I think it has to be a balance. I think if for instance, a man has he's married and he has that side thing on the side, and if he reaches out to his I'm gonna say concubine, and he says, "Hey, I just had to pay these bills, and I took care of your little bills. I'm gonna need $150 until next week." I think, especially if she has it, I think it shouldn't even be without a doubt that she should give it to him, because, he's been...
Violation.
Why?
No, if you need $150, you get that from your wife. That is her role. No, but in saying all of that is really irrelevant, because what your relationship is what you and whoever you are with agree to. Like, I might say, oh, girl, no, I never put up with that. Well, if this is what me and my man have agreed to, and if this is our happy, then this is our happy. Mm-hmm. I might agree that he don't have whoever around the corner. But his agreement with whoever around the corner, and he going to have an agreement with whoever he got an agreement with around the corner. But it's going to be understood. Look, this is what's going to happen. This is how this is going down. This is what's going on. Where people fail is when there's no understanding on what those requirements are. Like, if I'm expecting to be with you and I'm expecting you to pay all my bills, and then you come to me and say, hey, I can't pay all the bills, but I don't know, wash your car or something like that. Well, if I was to say, hey, I understand that, love, but that is understanding that is not what we agreed to. Mm-hmm. So now I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to get a second job, because now I need to make sure that the bills are paid. That's fine too. But don't expect me to work 2 jobs and still keep up those societal roles of making sure that your dinner is cooked, that your bath water is running, that I'm fucking and sucking you every night. No, bro, some gotta give. You can't have both of those. They cannot coexist.
I agree. But like most things in life, everything has wiggle room.
I agree. I so agree with that. But where I'm saying is where women get the unfair hand is if we say, well, no, it can't be this way. It can't be this way. It can't be this way. No, oh, now you not down for a nigga. What? Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
Okay.
So you're not down for a nigga.
Okay.
You're not down for a nigga now. So you said you're not gonna be a ride or die?
Oh, I'm definitely not a ride or die. We can ride all night long, but I got grandbabies. I ain't dying for shit. No. I got too many reasons to live. Now, if you want to ride, we can ride.
With the downpour, you out of there.
I'm going to get that disclaimer up front. No, I'm not that chick. I'm not her. I am not her. No.
You got your limitations.
You got limitations.
You might want to watch what you do around me, because if you do something crooked and it comes to me going to jail or you
tell
he
her.
Did it. He did it.
Yeah.
He man say.
Yeah.
What the man ain't keep telling me? You can take liquor.
No. Nerd. Not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
Man, that's cold up.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I understand, because like I said, everything is a compromise and a give or take. You go into something knowing what you're tolerable, especially at our age. I'm assuming that you're somewhere around my age. You go into an understanding of what your tolerables and intolerables are.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So,
but you will put up with what you want, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, hey, this is what it is. And if you're not okay with that, that's okay. I understand. But at this point in my life, this right here is one of my intolerances. I do not want to go on the first date to somewhere that I can't take myself.
Yeah.
Am I bougie for that? Am I bougie for that? No.
Oh.
Yeah. My first date will not be a thing. No.
So you mean tell me you want him to take you somewhere you say that you can't take yourself?
That I wouldn't take myself. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yes. Yes. Like, I'm not going to ask you to take me to Three Forks if I wouldn't take myself to Three Forks.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got a little bit of difference, though. Because
but you know, in that same token, no, my first date will not be a Wingstop. Matter of fact, by the time we have a date at Wingstop, we go together.
Yeah.
But nigga, there's no speedy process. Doesn't go straight to Wingstop. You get that?
Okay. No. No.
Yeah.
So Shy, you hold on now. So you telling me you wanna for the first date, if brother say, all right, Shy, I want to take you out. He got to take you somewhere like what, like Papados or something like that.
It depends on two things. First of all, I usually do my first date during lunch because that gives you a limited time for me to figure out if I like you or not.
Okay.
So, Oh, okay. So where I usually like to do my first lunch date is Saltgrass. Why? But this is why.
Yeah.
Because if I wasn't on a date with you and it's Wednesday, I'm eating at Saltgrass.
Regardless, yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you doing something special for me or, I'm asking you to go out your way because I would be eating here anyway.
Mm-hmm. You might as well go Dutch then, right?
I'm sorry?
Might as well go Dutch, right? You pay your tab, I pay my tab.
Oh, yeah, I don't do
it. Anyway.
You right, homeboy?
I'm just trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Because they be like, wow, we can go there and we'll get both of them big bad. Okay, we'll go Dutch.
I'm absolutely okay with going Dutch, but you gonna forever be my homeboy.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm... Man, see, they shouldn't be that way.
Now let me ask you this.
Because the reason why I say that is...
No, go ahead, D. You good? Go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say because you go to Saltgrass because you go for the atmosphere, right? And
no, I go for the food. What?
Okay,
I'm
on
food.
The atmosphere. Okay, the food, atmosphere. All right, so you said you normally take your stuff there, and you said that if he don't pay for both meals, then he gonna forever be your homeboy.
Yeah.
Now, if he pay for both meals, then you pretty much agreeing to we fucking.
No, if he's paying for both meals, I automatically agree to we're dating.
Okay.
But if a man take me to Saltgrass and think we fucking, I'm not your type, and that's okay because there are women out there that are. It's just that I'm not.
Go ahead and go do it. No unrealistic expectations.
No unrealistic expectations, homeboy.
It's right, homeboy. Yeah, you like a shit.
Best friend?
Yeah, okay.
Best friend? Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: do you ladies now when you dating? I know the COVID and shit, but pre-COVID, do you lay these things out? Like, hey, look, if you want to be with me, this is what such and such. I think you do, but I want to make sure you do.
I'm very clear. I'm very, very, especially now in my older age, because I don't want to waste nobody's time. I'm not going to waste anyone's time. I'm very clear, and I'm very clear with You know, I know some of my ways are mine, and I know some of his ways are going to be his. And that's why I'm saying these are my expectations. These are my tolerables. These are my intolerables, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You not okay with that? That's fine. That don't mean something wrong with you or something wrong with me. That just means that, you know, we might not, you might just be my homeboy that we meet at, that I meet at Saltgrass and we go Dutch. You know?
No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. But if you want to date me, then yes, we're going to Saltgrass and we're going to have lunch and you are going to pay for it. But if you don't,
so what all do dates include? What's included in dating besides the homeboy? Like, what's the little package?
Well, for starters,
because if I'm getting the same thing as homeboy from dating, then we might as well, you know what I'm saying?
What? We might as well just what I don't know what you're saying.
If we say we date, but there ain't no guarantee, no fucking, then I'm basically still a homeboy, then we probably should go ahead and go Dutch from the beginning.
Oh, okay. But when we go Dutch, we gon' stay there because you let me know you're not trying to date me. You trying to be my homeboy, which is fine.
No, I'm trying to fuck you. I'm trying to fuck you. But I'm saying that I need a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to my investment.
No, I don't fuck my friends.
I ain't your friend if I bought your meal in, man. Remember?
No, now you're dating.
We dating. Yeah. That means there's fucking involved. Right?
There may be. There may be.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that maybe because I mean, maybe. Yeah, come on.
It's always good to keep hope alive.
Yeah, I think that maybe to. Yeah.
But if we were coming to an agreement with some things, if you said, "Hey, look, Shy, I'm finna take you to Saltgrass for lunch, and after this, I'm gonna want to hit you in the back seat of the car." No, I'm not gonna be able to agree to that, Nate, because I'm there anyway, and I buy my own shit anyway. So.
Yeah, that fucking in the backseat of the car, that's some kiddie shit, if you ask me. That's childish. You know, if y'all grown ups, go to his house, her house, or go to a hotel, a motel. You know, but
not on no nasty mattress with no sheets. No. No.
Yeah, Motel 6, it really isn't that bad. You know.
Ain't that bad.
It's not that bad. I don't
light on for you. You know what I'm talking about?
That's not that bad.
You ain't gonna have the experience and all that.
That's not that bad. I just Shy said we Dutch, we from.
Hey, I don't like these. I'm like, shit, man. Look, we gonna do it in the crib. Let's go into the hotel room for what? That's what it is. What motel is it? What they say like about $6 to $8 a night? $100 a night. We can do that.
Oh, this explains so much. This explains so much.
Look, I read them back to Saltgrass. God damn, you still want to when we come back to the Motel 6?
No, absolutely not.
Saltgrass is kind of.
You should get Motel 6.
Saltgrass is kind of. Saltgrass, I ain't gonna lie. Saltgrass is, and I'm not. You know, I'm not a man. I don't mind paying, but Saltgrass.
Like, what man would say I'm dating you and would complain about a Saltgrass lunch menu?
Okay, well, you know what? The lunch menu is cheaper. I just thought about that. Okay.
It's a lunch menu. I mean, but even if it wasn't a lunch menu, it's Saltgrass. We can go. Literally, I could go to Saltgrass on lunch and spend $20 and eat and have a drink with a topper.
Yeah.
For $20.
Oh, yeah, that's doable. Oh, that's doable.
Yeah, Saltgrass. I just thought about it. Saltgrass, the lunch menu is a little less expensive. I'm tripping.
But see how y'all completely just, I gotta take you to Saltgrass. I'm the cheapest lunch date that you probably gonna get out there for anything of quality.
Yeah.
Hold on, say that one more time.
You heard me the first time.
I like how you said that though. You get quality. You get your money worth. I understand that.
She is. She for real quality. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm giving her a hard time, but she for real. She good people, quality, classy. She don't even look her age. Her and her daughter are like sisters. And
I can believe that.
Yeah, for real. I'll send you a picture of her. She good people, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I just feel like D said earlier. And I think I told you this last time, and you told me you're not going to do it, but you may have to approach a man, Shy. You're going to have to.
I approach a man every night. His name is Netflix. It will continue on that way before I ever approach a man. I won't do it. No. It doesn't say she who seeketh a husband. No. If you want me, come get me. Let God drop that on your spirit to come get me. No, I am not. I will not. I'm not doing it.
Shy, you gotta bend a little bit. You gotta bend.
I get a wink, wink, smile. So I get a wink, wink, smile. Hey, how you doing? Grin. I'm single. Take your chances. You got to take your chances. You got to figure out if I'm worth the chance. Take your chances.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of places where
all the last-minute gifts are on sale at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Get 60% off almost everything. Shop new doorbusters, including gifts from $7, socks from $2, tees from $8, and more. Find it all at Gap Factory or GapFactory.com through December 24th. Cozy up for the holidays with 60% off everything at Banana Republic Factory, including soft sweaters, comfy pajamas, must-have gifts, and more from $9.99. Find your nearest store now, only at Banana Republic Factory.
Buying a used truck can be full of unknowns. But at Penske, we know trucks. Our expert sales team can help you find the right used vehicle to meet your business needs. Plus, at Penske, buying is easy with financing, insurance, and warranty programs available. Leave the unknowns behind and buy with confidence. View Penske's entire inventory, current deals, manager specials, and used truck center locations at PenskeUsedTrucks.com.
Women outnumber men like 5, 6 to 1. A lot of those women become aggressive. They're approaching you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know it. I know that those women do that.
So that's what you're competing with.
I'm not competing with anyone.
Mom ain't gonna get
I am not competing with anyone. Not a nobody. Not a nobody.
Essentially, you are though, for real. I ain't trying to be funny though.
No. You can keep pulling the low-hanging fruit and keep putting together those pennies and nickels and hope you eventually get a dime, or you can take your chances and see if you win on the first shot. No, I'm not bending. Not on that.
Would you agree with me, man, that women have to compete, bro?
Yeah. Especially when the population is mostly women.
And I'm going to give you 2 things on that. First of all, may the best woman win if you feel that you have to compete. And second of all, what are you competing for? Because you knew when you You knew your wife was going to be your wife. When a man chooses the woman that he wants to choose, he going to choose regardless of who her competition is. He going to choose who he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of the competition.
I mean, you can't force them. It got to go both ways. They got to choose each other, basically, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is these women out here who are approaching men, they don't. I mean, the chances are they're gonna find the man because they're approaching them, right? And most men are like, huh?
I have walked into clubs where the ratio might have been 10 women to 1 man, and have seen a man leave from the woman he was talking to follow me to the bar.
Yeah.
So that ratio thing, no. He chose me. The ratio was already thrown off.
Yeah.
I didn't even, that's all I did was walk in and smile and say, hey, how you doing? He quit talking to her and followed me to the bar.
Yeah.
So you gave indications. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta get.
I give the same invitation that I give every time. Smile, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Same every time. But 9 times out of 10, hey, how you doing? And that'd be it. I can't do nothing more. And to me, that's me saying, hey, I'm available if I'm speaking to you. Because if I wasn't at least saying, hey, how you doing? Or smiling at you to let you know that I'm available. If I walked in with my head down, face messed up, mugged up, to me, that's unapproachable. But I'm not finna approach you. I'm not finna hop, skip, or dance. And the woman that want to buy you a drink and throw herself and compete with you, I hope she wins.
Oh, God.
But what I'm saying is, why? I mean, you know, back in the day, men would approach women and not knowing if she was interested or not. He finna just approach, right?
Yeah.
But them days are kind of gone now, though.
Clearly.
You know what I'm saying? Especially back in them days, it was hard for a woman to approach a man. It was always the man approaching the woman more likely, right? But nowadays, it kind of changed. A lot of women are aggressive in a lot of areas.
Which, again, is where I say, okay, so you want me to approach you next? You're going to be like, well, ain't nothing wrong with a woman proposing to a man. Well, ain't nothing wrong with, her doing this. No, what do you want? Do you want me to be the man, or do you not want me to be the man? How do you want me to be in?
Or at least, like I said, you know what I'm saying, give a clear indication that I'm interested in the person, right?
Short of approaching a man, I do.
Because a man won't give you an indication that, you know what I'm saying, that he like you. He's just waiting for you to give him the same indication.
I'm not like, man, and I'm going to say this, but if you knew me, you would know that I'm not saying this with the big head. When I walk in places, if a man don't look at me, he's probably gay. It doesn't matter if he's black, white, whatever. If he does not look at me, he's gay. So, it's not the looks. I look approachable. I'm smiling. I look, but they will look, and I'm smiling. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And I sit down and I wait, because I didn't wait and smile and looked approachable. I didn't did everything but hop, skip, and dance and say, hey, you right there, number 3, come holler at me, which I'm not going to do, because if number 3 wants me, he will get up and he will choose me, regardless of how other women are there.
Okay. Let me get this straight now. I'm just going to make sure I'm reading this right. So you come in, you see the man, and basically you telling the man that's looking at you, like, you telling all of, hey, I'm a villain. And you go where you go, you say, somebody approach me. But the thing is that what the one approach you is not the one that you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting at. You got to give the feedback to the one that, because all of them looking at you, so all of them are interested, but which one are you interested in?
I just want one of them to approach me. I'm not even picky. I don't have preferences even. I don't care black, white, tall, short, fat, skinny. I want somebody that's good to me. So I don't know which one of them I'm choosing. Because I only see they got to choose me. I don't have preferences. You ain't got to be. I just want somebody that's good to me. And I can't beat nobody that's good to me because no one approaches me. You feel me?
Oh, I see where you at with this. I see where you at with this.
It's not like
I'm around like, who gonna go talk to you?
I want the dark skinned man to talk. No. I don't like.
You ain't got no preference. Come on.
I don't have. If you saw my list of exes, you wouldn't be able to put a combination together.
I mean, I don't have the rainbow coalition myself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but most of them have things in common, similar, I guess.
They're all male. They're all male.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely the distinct thing that they have in common. They're all male.
So ain't no one of them do that as long as they treat you right.
You just gotta treat me right. You gotta treat me right how I want to be treated.
Okay.
Because
how you want to be treated is that what causes the issues or the way that you want to be treated though? Is that what causes the issue? You want to be treated a certain way and the man is not willing to treat you that way?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Well, how do you?
Huh?
Well, how do you want to be treated? What? Because for me, knowing you, I've been knowing you for a while. It just seems like you just want basic. I mean, I don't want to say basic, but
no, I want to not be cheated on. I want to not be lied to. I want to not be disrespected. I want reciprocal love. I want reciprocal affection. I want reciprocal affection and emotion. You know, hell, and even if you do cheat on me, okay, I forgive you once, maybe even twice, but that third time, at this point, you just think I'm stupid.
Yeah.
So then I feel disrespected and all of that. No, I'm not okay with that.
So you ride twice? I'm just asking. I'm not saying that nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's a good woman. That you ain't throw a towel in the first time. I like that.
Yeah.
But men are prone to slip.
Okay. Once, maybe even twice. That third time, don't go to sleep.
And they both in the green.
Sleep.
Yeah, no. But I thought it was like some monetary or something like that you would think that they would treat you right in that aspect. But if it's just like do with cheating and stuff, I mean,
I've dated men that with all money ranges. All money ranges. It means nothing. The only thing you get with cheese is rat. You can have a man that make $1 million and won't give you $2. And you can have a man that make $8 an hour and give you his last 20.
That's right.
So,
That's right. That's right.
But I will say this though. I mean, I ain't gonna say overlook the cheese. You know, because a man gotta have some respect for his cheese. You know, I had a woman tell me that before. She said, "You don't know how to cheat, or you just don't care." But I was young, and I really just didn't care. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then over time, you try to develop your technique. But I mean, I wouldn't even cheat no more. You know, it ain't working. But you know, but you know what I'm saying? You know, you still getting there. But a man that do it just openly and blatantly, then yeah, that's considered disrespect.
Yeah, disrespect.
But some men can cheat and kind of keep. Yeah, some men can kind of have something going on, and you really can't put your finger on it. You know, he ain't gonna bring it to the house to let you. He ain't gonna put it in your face. you gotta be for it. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out and following shit like that.
And here's my thing: if you got to be going through somebody's phone, you don't need to be with them, because that's the last thing you should be dealing with. Huh?
That's a very of privacy.
I'm not going to look for nothing.
But you want?
No, I'm not looking for nothing. Not nothing. I'm not going through your stuff. I'm not going through your phone. I'm not going through nothing. I'm too old.
I think that was Matt was saying. You gotta do that because you shouldn't even be with that person, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't even be with that person. If I gotta be checking your phone and all this bullshit, like, that's too much. Especially like you said, when you 35, I'm 34, but 6 more years, be 40. I mean, it's just certain things I'm not dealing with. Like for instance, I remember for the COVID and all that, I used to like going to the movie. I love going to the movies and stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself, I got wife and 2 boys, and man, the boys can eat. We like to eat. And I said, man, every time I go to this damn movie theater, I'm spending $100 plus. It don't bother me. But I was saying to myself, I was like, man, I don't think I could be out here dating again. It's just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's just, it's. I feel like it's really tough for single people. I think it really is, because it's so much. For instance, like y'all was saying, it's the ratio of women is 5 to 1 for the most part. It's more women than men, and hell, man, it just seemed like it's just. I mean, it, like for instance, I was at the job, and the cleaner lady was, discussing her dating life to me. We was talking, and I was just telling her, I was like, she was telling me the guy called at a certain time. I'm like, ma'am, no disrespect to you, but you gotta know that this guy's married. I mean, this is not hard to figure out. I said, on second shift, majority of men are married. It's just what it is. So you have to, you gotta use. Yeah, I'm like, how do you not know this? You gotta know that you are a side piece. And I mean, I don't want to try to be mean to
and
her.
If that's the role you agree to be, then stay in your lane.
Yeah, and that's all I was like. I'm like, and I said, I just couldn't be single nowadays. I couldn't do it. I couldn't, because it seems like there's a lot of games being played.
It is. It really is. And that's why I date Netflix, because we have a really open and honest relationship, When I won't be bothered, I do. He don't mind if I, play the field a little bit, do a little hulu and stuff like that. No jealousy issues.
Yeah.
We work things out. So what? I have to do my little late thing and give him $12.99 a month plus tax. It's all right.
Yeah.
He's consistent. That's what I like about him. He's consistent.
So all you want is consistency.
You got to be consistent.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent, because most of the time that's how women know when their man is cheating. They get inconsistent. Men are they do the same thing. But now all of a sudden you went from wearing Hanes to Issey Miyake drawers. Oh no, bro.
You already know what you think gonna get that side piece. You put them good drawers on.
Mm-hmm.
He wore holy drawers for you, but then now he wearing silky.
Yeah. Now you want to put on the good smelling YSL and all of that. Oh no.
Yeah. Song number 9.
You put these Hanes on and this X the way you do any other day, and gone off to work.
Oh,
honey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you ain't got to go looking for nothing. Y'all tell on yourselves. You just got to sit back and pay attention.
Yeah.
Other than that, be confident in your role and don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, y'all, look, man, let's go ahead and end this podcast, man. I think we hit this.
Okay.
This was good. I enjoyed this. Lord, this is fun. Yeah, I knew it would be fun. Y'all got any last words?
An agreement is not always a fair exchange.
Okay. What you got, D?
Hey. Gotta do what you have to do, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I mean you gotta flame that car.
Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go.
All
right. I'm about to end this podcast, man, and I'll send y'all the links and all that. I appreciate y'all for coming on.
All right.
All right. Well, folks, there you have it. Thank you for tuning into the Cigars with Mac podcast. And I'm out.
Texting?
My therapist.
You text with your therapist?
Text, video chat, call. Yep.
That sounds too easy. How did you find her?
I just went to BetterHelp.com/save. She's a licensed therapist and it's all online. I connect when it's convenient for me and don't waste time driving anywhere. Plus, it's affordable.
I wonder if I should try it.
It's great to talk to someone in confidence. She's helped me sort out quite a few things. And right now you save 10% off the first month when you go through BetterHelp.com/save.
BetterHelp.com/save. Got it. Skiing, riding, sledding, winter biking, winter hiking.
No matter how you Vermont, please Vermont safely.
Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, snowmobiling, snowman building.
This year, that means a 7-day home quarantine with a negative COVID-19 test or a 14-day home quarantine with no symptoms to visit.
Snowball fighting, ice skating, ice climbing, ice fishing, ice cream eating.
So we can all Vermont safely this year.
Dining, craft beering.
Talk to your favorite Inner resort about smart travel suggestions, reservation policies, and the best way to Vermont this winter.
Hot cocoaing, antiquing, shopping, fireside napping.
For full COVID-19 travel guidance, visit VermontVacation.com.